So it's 1986. It's June. And I have just started my first job in the distribution engineering department at Duke Power Company. I am so excited. And I have a great assignment. I have to write an economic analysis program to help the engineers figure out which distribution infrastructure they should put in. And I get to write it on Lotus. I am really excited. So, every Monday, I walked down the long hall through engineering, and then I walked down another long hall through the distribution services department to a room in the corner of the power building, and I signed up for time to use the one PC that Duke Power Engineering had. For months, I toured that room. I wrote the program, and then I got to write the documentation about how to use the program, because that was going in the distribution engineering manual. I wrote it by hand. I sent it down to the word processing department on the first floor of the power building for them to put it into a typed format that I could edit. Now let's fast forward to today. 2 weeks ago, I'm taking my youngest, Tyler, on errands with me. You can imagine he's thrilled. He's in the back seat of the car, and we're riding along, and after about 10 minutes into the drive, as I run my errands through my mind, he goes, "Mom, I can't get on to the Singing Monster game." I said, "Well, honey, the Singing Monster game is in the cloud. Of course you can't get on. We're not connected." So he processes that. And then I hear from the back of the car, "Mom, would you please turn on your hotspot for me so I can get to my Singing Monsters game?" Now, how could I refuse such a beautiful request? So, as I think about the juxtaposition of my 7-year-old whose life is completely untethered, he expects to be connected anytime, anywhere to the cloud, to be able to do his work or be able to be on the Singing Monster game, to what I was dealing with in 1986, walking to the one PC that was there to do my work on Lotus. The world has changed dramatically. And it is offering a support of being untethered. So as we think about the 1980s, and we think about the transformation that occurred as PCs occurred, I wanted to look at IBM. Now, IBM in 1980 was a powerhouse, a very venerable company, 400,000 employees, $9 billion in equity. But by the end of the 80s, their investments in mainframes, hard disk drives, and typewriters weren't quite as successful. And in fact, they had lost half of their equity. They were a $4 billion company and 250,000 employees. And I have to wonder, in the boardrooms of IBM, were they monitoring that one PC that I visited in June of 1986, by the end of that year, had become 100 PCs, had become 1,000 PCs, thousands of PCs at Duke Power by the end of the 80s? Were they prepared for the transformation that was occurring in the computer industry? I maintain that we are experiencing transformation. That's what we've been talking about all day today in the utility industry. Indeed, as we think about it, our life is becoming untethered, and the PC starts to look a little bit like solar panels for our consumers who are becoming untethered. Ann Burrick is so correct. We have a tremendous success in Massachusetts with solar energy, with over 200 megawatts just on the Northeast utility system alone. And it's growing. I heard a stat the other day that every 4 minutes somebody's installing solar on their roof here in the New England region. So that's a tremendous accomplishment. But it bodes questions for us as we think about the utility infrastructure. I am proud to say at Northeast Utilities, we're not waiting. We're not sitting in the dark, but we are rather engaging in the conversation. I was thrilled to accompany our CEO, Tom May, to the Advanced Energy Economy CEO Forum on March 4th. Marilyn Gold was there, and Burrick was there. It was an amazing room filled with really smart people. And the whole discussion was, what are the issues we're facing, and how do we transform to the utility of the future? It was really a great event to be a part of. And I enjoyed listening to Tom talk about how Northeast Utilities was positioning itself to do that. Now, Northeast Utilities, we have 8,600 employees, and we are singularly focused on our mission of delivering reliable energy and superior customer service. We manage over 4,200 miles of transmission line, 72,000 miles of distribution line, and 8,600 miles of pipeline. It's a large investment, but it needs to be transformed to support the demands of our customers today. And that's really what we need to be grounded in. Our customers expect, what do our customers expect? Our customers expect reliable, safe, secure, cost-effective electric grid. And we need to figure out how to continue to provide that for them. And the good news is that we are. From Northeast Utilities, we are already making those investments in two ways, and I'll talk about those. One is that we're investing in grid-facing technologies. We need a grid that supports the two-way flow of power because we've got more distributed generation on our system. We need an infrastructure that supports bringing clean energy resources such as hydro from Canada, offshore wind, or onshore wind into the grid system and deliver it to the load centers where it's needed. We're investing in infrastructure today that allows us to monitor our system real time so that we can constantly optimize it for that two-way flow of power, so that we can understand when a piece of equipment on that system is near failure and move ahead to replace it before it fails to prevent an outage. Or in the event that we do have an outage, we're able, with our investments, and we've been spending tens of millions of dollars on smart grid investments, that we're able to isolate that outage, restore customers without even sending the line technician. We get it isolated and then we are able to send it just to the problem area. So we are going to need grid investments, but we also need to remember that we serve multiple generations of customers. And we think about our customers every day as we make our plans at Northeast Utilities. We serve everything from the Gen Y, which are my kids, and they are a huge generation. And you know what? They are wired to be untethered. They're used to being connected everywhere, but without wires. That is something we need to consider as we think about this future. They're going to be very keen on being able to get electricity where they want it, when they want it, their energy where they want it, when they want it. But we serve all the generations. We serve everything from the greatest generation, folks like my mom, who's 91, that still would prefer to talk to a person. We need to be able to deliver that service to her in the channel of her choice. And we need to be able to deliver the service today to all of our customers in the channel of their choice. So we are investing in customer-facing technologies. And specifically, we're investing in a customer engagement platform. Now, what will this do for us? Well, it does three things. It allows us to be anticipatory of our customers' needs. It allows us to personalize our interactions with our customers. And finally, it allows us to deliver our information to our customers in the channels of their choice. So you heard Bennett talk a little bit about that, this ability to personalize the message, to leverage big data, and that's what we're talking about. Mateus also talked about it. This platform will allow us to leverage the data we have in our own company, which, by the way, does not communicate to each other. So data around usage does not necessarily connect at all with data from energy efficiency about the projects customers have invested in. But more importantly, it connects us not only to our internal data, but to other data, such as information about their housing stock, information about their latest Google searches. So I happen to know they're looking for a new refrigerator and that they may be interested in one. This platform that we're investing in, a customer engagement platform, will allow us to be able to deliver energy efficient solutions to our customers at a time when they're actually thinking about energy. Because the sad fact is, while we have been spending hours on it today, the average consumer spends less than 9 minutes a year thinking about their energy usage. We have got to really connect with them at the moment that they're interested. So this platform, just to give you a vision of what it will do, will allow us to proactively determine that a customer may have a high bill. We could send a high bill alert to the customer in the channel of their choice to let them know that in a couple of weeks you'll be receiving your bill. Based on the information we have, it may be a little high. Here are some ideas that you can use to save energy. We noticed that last year you had a home energy audit, and you did several things, and thank you for doing that. But we also noticed that you didn't replace that refrigerator, and there's a real opportunity here. So we're sending you the branded Northeast Utilities Citizens Bank card, playing off the earlier Mateus example, so that you can apply that towards your purchase of a new refrigerator. We hope you'll be able to manage your energy even better. That's the vision of where we need to get to. So as I wrap it up, I think that we are investing today at Northeast Utilities in support of both grid-facing technologies and customer-facing technologies that will support the new frontier, as Bobby Cates Garnett called it. So we'll be in the new frontier. The future is now. The frontier is here now. We cannot wait. We have to start transforming now, and we are doing that. But it will take all of us. Sue opened today and talked about the knowledge, the passion, and the expertise that are in this room. And that is what is so powerful. We continue to work together to leverage the knowledge and passion and expertise. And fortunately, we have visionary leaders in the states of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. They all have launched various dockets and discussions, bringing together stakeholders and advocates so we can discuss the problems and challenges we're facing and identify solution sets to meet those challenges, to identify where do we need to invest limited capital dollars into the most beneficial aspects of modernizing our grid so that we can support my 7-year-old, so God help him if he's ever not connected to the cloud at any moment, and we can support all of those generations. So I thank you for your time today.